Welcome to the Heads Together podcast. I'm your host, Jill Mokes, and I am really looking forward to talking to you this week about this particular topic, even though some might argue this is really counterintuitive for a coach to be teaching this. But you know me, you're only going to get the truth, whether it's kind of detrimental to what I'm doing or not. I have to tell you this because this is a really important topic. I want to talk to you about the work within your business that actually needs you to do it in isolation. It needs you to do it without the help of a coach, without the help of your business bestie, your peers, your network, all of those other people. So you can see what I mean. It is a little counterintuitive, but this is really important, that there is some work in your business that you need to do alone. So let's dive in and find out what that is. Welcome to the Heads Together podcast. I'm Jill Mokes and I am obsessed with cutting through the noise when it comes to growing your business. Each week, via intimate coaching conversations and inspirational stories, I share what it really takes to get the results you want in a way that feels right to you. I am all about attracting higher ticket opportunities, building authentic relationships, and creating the abundant, full-fat version of your dream business. I mean, how many of us have beavered away creating a light version of what we really want? The thing is, I honestly believe when you're outstanding at what you do, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So, are you ready to put our heads together and make it happen? Let's go. So we all know that building a business, especially now, like we live in this like crazy fast-paced, massively hyper-connected world. And I feel like it often seems as if we're on this endless journey seeking validation. We're just pursuing this validation all of the time. And I include validation from our coaches, from our network, our peers, our friends, our family. We're seeking validation via social media. We want the likes. We want the comments. We're looking for client feedback constantly. We're always looking for how other people in our industry do things. It's like we're constantly searching for that thumbs up, that external, yep, you're on the right track, you've got it. But the thing is, this is really one of those eternal truths in business. Some of the most profound work that you can do for your business and for yourself, you have to do alone. You have to do it alone, in silence. And I'm talking about the deep work. I'm talking about the visionary work for your business. The work that aligns your truest intentions and your purpose with the work that you do, the work that matters to you. Right? That needs, it requests, it actually it demands solitude. It's not about seeking validation. And in fact, all of the time that you are seeking other people's opinions and getting external input into this very, very high level, and I mean high level as in highly important, profound work, it isn't about that. It's not about seeking the validation. It's about seeking alignment, the alignment with who you truly are and the work that really matters to you. So as a business coach, and if you're listening and you're one of my clients, or if you're a client who's worked with me in the past, you'll know that there are absolute pillars that I work through with clients. And we begin with your vision, and we work on goal setting, and we work on brand, and we work on your business model and marketing strategies. And then we work on service delivery. But here's the thing. I don't tell you what your vision is. I don't tell you what your goals are. That end of the spectrum of work we do together is where I am at my most coaching. I wear my coaching hat for the most. Once we get past that work, a lot of the work I do is more akin to consulting. I am giving you advice. I am telling you what the next step is, what the right strategy might be, right? But in the realm of your vision, your goals, your values, the things that are the really deep work, the real tuning in to who you truly are at your core, and therefore what work matters to you, what you want your business to add to the world. This noisy world that doesn't need an awful lot more adding to it in terms of noise. What is your passion? What is the thing that you can't not do? That is the work that I think we have to do alone. I provide clients resources to help guide them through that work, but it isn't work you do together with someone else, right? I can already hear in the back of my mind, I can already hear the skeptics are shouting. Like all the skeptics are shouting out, but Jill, have you gone mad? Collaboration is key. Remember, it's collaboration over competition, or two heads are better than one. This podcast is called Heads Together, right? I know that there is undeniable truth in those statements, but what I'm saying is that for that very deep work, there is a potent magic in giving yourself some space to really reflect. And it's reflection time that's completely uninterrupted by those opinions and expectations that other people have of you. That is when true clarity comes through. I talk about crystal clarity, getting crystal clear on what matters to you in your business and what authenticity means to you, what it looks like for you. No amount of consulting is going to bring that out of you. No one can tell you what that is. Take a moment, really think about this, okay? When was the last time that you actually sat with your business? And this is a concept that Debra Driscoll, if you haven't listened to it yet, listen to last week's episode with Debra, which was so powerful around embracing an element of magic in your business. One of the concepts she introduced, which I just love, is treating your business as this separate entity to you. So it's almost having a meeting with your business and really listening to what your business wants, what comes up. Really like it. It might sound a little bit woo to you, but try it. It's pretty powerful, actually. So when is the last time you literally sat with all of your plans and the goals that you've had and the vision that you originally had without noise around you? When's the last time you sat in silence and actually gave yourself time and space to start asking yourself the really important questions? Questions like, why did I start this business in the first place? And what is my true purpose? You can read all of the books you like about it, but when you close the book and sit in silence and actually listen, what is your true purpose? Are you going to let it come through? Another really good question to ask yourself is, am I on the path that feels the most authentic to me? Those are all questions that you need to be asking of yourself in a silent space, alone, in isolation. And we shouldn't be frightened of this word, isolation and alone. And I understand that too much isolation and too much alone time can be awful to bear, particularly if it's enforced upon you, which it is for so many people. I really hear that, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm dismissive of that. I'm very aware of that. But actually, it comes back, like most things in life and business do, to balance. Having space, giving yourself space. So I do really want you to think about this a little bit and just look at some of the habits you've gotten into around always asking for feedback and opinion. Are you doing it because you are really interested to hear a different opinion on something and you feel that someone else's lens on what you're doing might add something of value? Or are you doing it because you're scared you're getting it wrong and you really just want someone to give you a thumbs up and tell you to do it your way is okay? Because if it's the latter, you don't need it. You don't need anyone's permission to do things your way in your business. You don't need anyone's validation for what you want to achieve. You don't need validation for what success looks like to you. And that can be very different to what it looks like to anyone else. And that's okay. I think it is really time that we absolutely come back to ourselves and start listening and trusting ourselves more than we ever have. Because there's one thing I know for sure, and that is that the online world is noisier than it has ever been. If you want to stand out, you have to stop trying to be a pale imitation of what someone else is doing. Start going deep into your way of doing things. Start going deep into your purpose for doing it. Start going deep into your methods, the results you want to get, what your definition of success is for you and for your clients. And then communicate that fearlessly with absolute conviction. Do that with true authenticity. You'll stand out. I've said to you lots of times, when you're truly authentic, you have no competition. And it's true. So that deep work, making time, making space to do some deep work for yourself, for your business, is absolutely key. Okay, well, I hope that has resonated. I hope, even if you just take from this, maybe I'm going to get in the habit of 1 hour a day. Maybe it's at the beginning of every day. The first hour of that day is all about just clearing everything. It's about not opening the laptop. It's about not opening the planner or anything. It's about opening a blank notebook. If you love to journal, journal. Because that's alone time. That's allowing space for things to come up. I'm not really a journaler, so I'm more of I'm just going to think and maybe jot down the odd note of things that come up to me. But I also schedule in much more, absolutely strategic, scheduled in alone time to do this kind of thinking. And it's so powerful. And that's what I want for you, of course, because everything that I do that works, I always share with you. That's how this podcast works. I don't think that's going to be a surprise to anyone that I try all of these things. The things that don't work, I don't bother sharing with you. So please don't think everything always works, but much of it does. And what does, I will share with you always, I promise. So I hope that has been helpful. If that has, drop me a little line. Jill@jillmokes.com. That's Jill with a G. Also, if you want some help, like I say, to maybe give you some prompts to start thinking about this, don't forget to go to jillmokes.com and you can download my vision and goal setting bundle of workbooks so that if you can clear some time in your calendar, go through those, you're going to be off to the races. It's going to be a really, really good start. I'm got an announcement to come very soon about a virtual solo retreat that I'm pulling together, which is really around this theme of the work that needs to be done alone. So I will tell you more about that. But at the moment, there is nothing for you to do. There's nowhere to sign up at the moment. There is nothing yet other than to wait patiently. And as soon as that's available, I will let you know. It will be a game changer for you. If it's not something you've ever done before, I really want you to even perhaps start thinking now about, is there a week between November and beginning of November and the end of the year when you could block out a few days in your calendar to really do some of this spacious work, this deep stuff. Okay. Well, I hope this has been helpful. I will see you here again, same time, same place next week. Bye for now. hope you enjoyed this episode and that getting our heads together this week has filled your mind with what's possible. If you love the show, would you do me a massive favour, please? Would you leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts? It would really help me put more heads together, reach more ears and expand more minds. Until next week, bye for now.